You know, you've referred to the market your dad originally created. Tell me what that was. What did that do?
In layman's terms, if a fire truck or a police car were to go in for service on its communications equipment,
right,
those are called land mobile dealers. And those dealers are family-run operations like here in California, and they are mom and pops, and they do everything from accounting to the service side of it. And it was the service side and the equipment side that we were able to develop the asset system from. Any government agency, or all government agencies, are required by law to put an asset tag number on an item.
Property of U.S. government?
Correct.
Right, we've all seen those.
And it has a barcode tag on it.
Okay.
So our system had the ability to track 4 of those: asset, serial number, model number, product key.
All on that barcode?
All on that barcode, whereas a typical software system would track 1 item. Okay. Is it part number 2? We can track it in 4 ways.
So now I'm beginning to understand how this works. Then. Yes, you're right. Everything the government has an ID marker on it of some sort.
It does, yes.
So then this really could apply to almost anything. But you're really focusing more heavily on communications devices at this point, right?
Departments. Communications departments, because it's when you're talking about communications departments, they also handle fire. Right. One of our clients, the City of Chicago Fire Department.
Right.
So you have to take all that into consideration. It's not uncommon for us to track the trucks.
Talk to me about how it's used by the fire department there. In what various ways do they make use of this program?
The fire department uses it to maintain all of the equipment on the truck, with an emphasis on communications. But if you're replacing a hose, then that has to be noted. If you had a problem at a site with a hose, that has to be noted.
Right.
And an exception report's printed from our system. Or we do, and maybe because we're from Alabama, but we do have little red flags that wave, or blue flags that notify our users that there's a problem. Same with radios and bad batch of batteries, a bad cell spot. Those are things that we look for within our system.
Well, that's interesting. When you say the problem would be, give me an example, a clearer example of problems.
A problem typically would be, there 2 instances, but on the one instance, the radios from Motorola.
Okay.
Got a bad batch of batteries.
Okay.
You have this group from radio number 10,002 to 10,022 that have all gone bad.
Okay.
So then it flags it, gives it to the director, and the director makes a recall.
So then you would know where every one of those radios that had this defective
Absolutely.
battery in it was.
We'd call each officer that had the radio.
And that would be corrected.
Yep.
So it's not just inventory, then it's problems, and it's, again, the big thing is keeping track of it. Is there evidence that organizations, the government entities that are using the program now, and organizations like the Chicago Fire Department, have they cut down on the loss of items? And we would assume a lot of these items that the government loses are internal theft, I would imagine. Has it helped cut down on that?
Only from our experience can we tell that story.
Right.
We know that in 2001, we put the system in Illinois State Police.
Okay.
Went live same year. And we still have all those assets.
They're all still there?
All still there.
Well, that's a very positive,
yes.
positive thing. What do you see for other ways to use this application, and where are you going with it?
Well, for me, the passion is to protect communications directors. And so I am going every day to their higher-ups to get the funding so that they can buy this product.